Alrighty then. I mean, who's that handsome devil? Well, that's your. I'm just your humble reverend. I'll play that role. People were calling me a reverend. You know, before I ever used that term ever. Like because my name was What's up, Nate? Nate, how you doing, man? See, that's a good example of a person that makes a chat room a better place to be. Thank you, Nate. Nate. Yeah, hey. I mean, if I could be sponsored, I'd do it. Tune Me, hashtag Tune Me. It's an app. You can get it on Apple, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on Android too. It's good to see you too, mate. My mate, Nate. Nate. See, now you're an audience member that definitely came from my wife. My girl. You love Rev Rants? Well, you'll be happy with this then. You should like it. I got my scripture here. It's just I got this nice as a gift for the holiday season. I was blessed by my brother in Jesus, G-Man. We went to Ollie's. We hung out at Ollie's for a bit, and I'm like, dude, I need a keyboard. And I like having a normal keyboard in front of me because it just feels right. Yeah, been watching you guys for a few years. Yeah, you're really awesome though, Nate. You know what I mean? You're the example of a person that when I see your name, I don't, like, my heart doesn't skip a beat and I have a seizure of anger. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that. You're just cool, chill individual. I want that. Like Shanny's audience members I'm thinking of from live streams. Like Jay Swayze. People like that. I like to type on a keyboard, click, clack. Yeah, exactly. The mechanical keys. But this is this keyboard he got me was $13. It was 12 and change at Ollie's. And it's smooth, man. The typing is just like really smooth and it feels good. Not too much click clack though. Good day, ladies and gents. Hey, what's a Preacher Pall Mall? That's a great name. SIGs don't cause cancer 316. Now that is a great name. You need to be modded. Okay, you're very cool. Hi, Janice. God bless you, Janice. We like seeing you. But yeah, I'm thinking about like old members of the audience. That's a great name. The Preacher Pall Mall. That's absolutely me. That was my brand for years and years, was Pall Mall cigarettes. But I can't afford that shit no more. I'm a poor preacher. You know what I mean? But I'm rich in Jesus. If you want to hit that thumbs up, I love all you guys. Get me in the algorithm. I'm the Reverend Hicks, man. That's the permanent. It's a permanent identification for YouTube, is the Reverend Hicks. That is me. Because I feel that way, like if you're not familiar with the comedy of Bill Hicks, you really need to change that, okay? I recommend, I'll get you a link right now, as a matter of fact. Let me see what I got here. Let me get you a link, like Brett Keane back in the day, okay? Let me see here. Let me get you a link, folks. Okay. Bill Hicks Revelations. Here we go. This was the last comedy special that Bill did. Really, he was going to be one of the biggest guys in comedy you could imagine. Like, he really was already. But he was going to really break out as something huge. But I'm giving you a link here. When you have time on your off season, which is a lot of times because of COVID destroyed the planet, go and click on that and put that in your favorites or whatever, bookmark it somewhere. That's like an hour and... Well, I can't see because a cocksucking ad is on here, so sorry about that. Never mind. Just check out that link. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, I think. And that was the comedy special that he did for HBO. And they were going to give him his own show on HBO, and it was basically going to be an anti-New World Order show where he exposed Satanism in politics. And then he got leukemia, severe, horrible cancer, and died. That's Bill Hicks. Some people have created this insane story that's connected to AJ, where the old AJ of the early 90s, mid 90s, like 94, 95 AJ, he went missing. The real AJ, because he was a real conservative. This is the story, okay? And he was intending on going into state office in Texas, and then he was going to try and be president, AJ, okay? This is the narrative that's painted by those people, okay? I do not believe this, but I find it funny sometimes to troll it, and so does Alex himself, actually. He thinks it's hilarious when he goes on Joe Rogan and people say, oh my God, it's Bill Hicks, But the problem is with his thing is that he knows personally Bill Hicks's family. And he knows every time these people come and troll him about that, and then Alex kind of capitulates and goes, well, maybe I am, and he kind of trolls too. It hurts the family of the real Bill Hicks because he gets calls every time this shit comes up. So I don't want to contribute to that, but I guess I just did. I'm sorry, Alex. Okay. All right, I apologize to bring that up. But it's out there. I mean, if you haven't heard that, it's really out there if you're in the truth community, which I was. And I can say was because if I reach out, though, every time I reach out to those guys that made, my radio show really freaking good with amazing numbers, the best numbers on BTR. But the time that I ran that show, that's another thing I want to check. Okay, I want to be accurate historically speaking, folks. So BTR, no, sorry, we're doing Blog Talk Radio Revelation News Radio. Let me pull this up really quick because I want to be accurate. Okay. All right, I'm pulling up the show page. The last episode that aired was my show. It was 7 years ago. It aired, and it was my show with Stephen Ben-Danoon that we were doing called Shabbat Live, which I own. I own that name, Shabbat Live and Shabbat Live Radio. I own them copyright, but they're my brother Stephen. That I basically gave it to him, the name. Shabbat Live Radio. I gave him that, and I mean, we might come back and do stuff, because I know Steve is around. Steve Ben-Danoon's channel is called Israeli News Live, and the last count I saw of him, he's like, I think he's past 300,000 subscribers. Like, he's really flourished. But I hope he goes back to doing his Bible studies, because, current events is very important, in prophecy, of course. But he went more Revelation News than Revelation News ever was. Like, he's like, I'm doing the alternative media thing. I'm gonna be press credentialed. I'm gonna be able to talk to Putin if I want to. He really did it. You know what I mean? So my brother Steve, I love him, and I need to call him and talk to him. And my buddy Jonathan Kleck, the guy that showed you the back of the currency. And that there's bombings all over the current, the dollar bills, complete with the one bill has that special shading on it, you know what I mean? And it looks like waves of a flame coming. And I mean, it's amazing. They really do show you exactly what they're going to do before they do it. And that's so important to understand that this system, where now, I mean, there is nobody really, back in the early days of YouTube, before the downfall of AJ and InfoWars, before their downfall, which is very interesting that it took place under a Donald Trump administration. Isn't that interesting? They give you this guy that really, I mean, he was prime. I'm just going to say it in terms of a guy that can run something and can make decisions quickly that are always in terms of making money for the country, as opposed to sucking us dry and leeching us of everything every resource that we have. That's exactly what we have right now with Biden. Is you have a guy that's literally shitting his pants every day in front of dignitaries and farting uncontrollably. He's Nebuchadnezzar. Shani said we got Nebuchadnezzar, and she's right. Okay, he's just a few steps away from literally lying on the front steps of the White House eating a cheeseburger a la David Hasselhoff when he had his alcoholic breakdown. And he was talking to his daughter on the phone, shoving a fucking cheeseburger into his mouth slobbering all over the place with his shirt off. Just, he still looked good. You know, because it's the Hoff.
I gotta take a shit.
Well, see, did you hear that, folks? That's extremely... Shanny is going to go take a shit, folks.
I'm gonna be like Britney Spears.
That's awesome. All right, so, goddamn TV. All right. I'm all worked up. Okay. So, we're going to talk this through. I have a lot to...
Ow.
I have a lot to say. Your cane is out in the car, and we need to have that for you.
Yeah.
I need to get your cane.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's going to be I'm really, like, I have a lot in my mind, but distractions are constant. Do you understand what I mean? Like it's been very hard for me to have a place that I could sit down and have clear thoughts. Because it's been that chaos period. You know what I mean, folks? I'm going to take a look at chat. I'm just going to chill out for a second. Here is the link to my BTR show page. I'm pretty sure the shows don't work, but here's a link to the BTR show page. And I ran this show with 2 different individuals in time. It sucks because I really would like those shows to work. Thank you for the thumbs up. If we got 16 in here, you give that thumbs up and get me in the algorithm. I appreciate you. Ollie, I love you. Let me go back in the chat here, okay? From Preacher Paul Mall. Do you believe any of the stories about Alex Jones being him? He was yeah, see? I gave you an entire dissertation. Yeah, I don't believe it at all. You should come back. We need Christian prophecy news today more than... I totally agree with you, Preacher Paul Mall. But see, here's my problem. The problems that I've had with these psychotic trolls, in a lot of ways, they destroyed a lot of the respect I think that I had, because a lot of people think I turned into some kind of weird pothead Satanist or something, and then none of that's true. What the hell? So they turned me into this character. Do you understand what I mean? And I am still the same guy that was here in 2012 talking about prophecy. I am that same guy, but the problem is that I've taken so much bullshit and lies that the softness of heart ain't there no more. It's just not. So I want to be an entertainer more than a prophecy guy. I want to entertain more than anything. Which is kind of hard to do right now because I have nowhere to really go and focus on something. There's constant distractions and noise, and it sucks. But that's what I'm dealing with, you know. It is what it is. But I'm hoping that I can find an area where I could get a green screen and put it up and get a lectern and do it right, because you'd be fucking... I will make people laugh, but I'm going to tell you the truth, too. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can view it as like an InfoWars type show, but I'm giving you an open performance at the same time. I'm not Jason William Egroff, Revelation News. I am not that. I am the Reverend Hicks. Okay? And I'll probably come up with some fucking show name with curses, expletives in it, to make the point that are we going to value the fucking Constitution? Are we going to value the document that made us free? And are we going to allow people to come on here and talk about the government and not worship it? We're going to tell you the truth about the government. Are we going to allow that? Because if we don't, you lost your fucking country. It's the First Amendment for a fucking reason. Sure, you'll offer me that now. Because I'm trying to focus on something, man. I'm trying to focus.
Okay, when you're on the ultra focuses, you get really mean. I didn't do anything.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about what I'm saying next.
Whoa.
Sorry. That's my issue. Like, you'd hate me when I'm writing. Holy shit. Because I go to a different world when I'm writing. Like it's...
It must be an only child thing.
Yeah, sure it is. Well, it's a writer thing, too. Because literally, you go into the world you're writing. You stand in it, and you start writing about it. That's how I work, anyway, with my... I want to start writing again. I just need a study, folks. You know what I mean? I need an area that Shanny can have time to focus on the stuff she likes without distraction from my loud ass, and she can get peace, and I can go and do my own thing and create content and do my thing. You know, that's healthy. You know, the couple that enjoys things together and works together stays together, I think. But there's always those times that you need some quiet time to do whatever you have to do, you know? How's the chat doing? They only prove that actual demons are everywhere today, that Christians will be attacked. We need Christian entertainment. Make Christ cool again. Oh, that's a hashtag. That's a good one. Hey, Preacher Pall Mall, do you make videos? Because I'll sub to you 100%. We need to get this Rev's number 2 fan. I bet you and G-Man can build a sweet lectern. Oh, yeah, G-Man, definitely. I have actually been talking to G-Man about starting a church with him. He's like, well, calm down, brother. We'll talk about that someday. But let's just get you on your feet. And he's been so amazing, right?
You want me to interject now?
Shanny, I'm sorry, okay? I'm getting you involved, yeah. I want you involved, too. Because it's a ranting video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to, like, be accused of anything.
You're not accused of anything.
They said I keep interjecting, and I didn't think I was.
You're not interjecting at all. I had something in my mind that I wanted to say, and it got out, and I'm done. So you're fine. You can come in and talk to.
No, it's fine.
Well, I love you, and I'm sorry, okay?
Well, I gotta keep calm.
Yeah, exactly.
My heart feels like it's racing.
But I could just I just want to always testify.
I hope I get used to this medication. Sorry.
I can see you as the next Alex Jones. Well, that's a huge compliment, okay? And I really don't think that my boots are big enough. You know, I don't think I have that kind of big boy pants to put on. I don't know if I could do what Alex does. To be on air 4 hours a day and having to look at this 4 hours a day and have a show ready for it. It's so triggering, most of the stuff that's happening to me now. Like, it was bad in 2008, you know, when I first got on the truther train. It was pretty bad what was happening to the Constitution, because you saw Obama making these little steps towards cutting certain things out of the Constitution. That was definitely happening. But this is just next level. I have never, ever in my life seen the shit that's happening now, where you actually have people protesting in airports because they're refusing to let people on planes because of that little pass that you need to have now. This is nuts. If Bill Cooper were living, forget Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks would be setting microphones on fire, literally, okay, if he were alive today. I can't even talk to you people anymore because I'm too offensive. So he would douse he would douse his microphone in gasoline and set it on fire. There's your show, folks. And walk off stage. I can't even speak to you anymore because so much is censored. You're not allowed to talk about certain things in a certain way. Why? Is their fake truth so fake that they need you not to talk about it because it is so obviously fake? Is that why? Yeah, ding, 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 you won. That's the correct answer. There's nothing mysterious about all of these huge headlines. Most of it is fog and dust and mirrors.
Like Britney Spears going to the bathroom?
Yeah, oh my God, it's huge breaking news, folks, that Britney pulled over to take a piss. Like any fucking human. That's not news. That's called stalking. And I thought California had passed these good laws to protect the celebrities from bullshit. It's not enforced. How many people have to die in a car accident? Like the paparazzos with Diana killed her. There's a deeper plot there, but I won't go there. Just look up David Icke's shit on Diana. You'll shit your pants, you know. But if you're talking the mainline story of what happened to Diana, it was paparazzos that killed her. When is this going to stop? How many people have to die that you understand that celebrities are people too? It doesn't matter if you saw them in this movie and you were like, oh my God, look at this individual. They're not even human. They're like a god. They're not. Holy shit. They're more fragile than most of you that go to a 9-to-5 job and put food on your table for your family. You're way more dynamic in every way than they are. And they know that. That's why want us to worship these husks of people. Most of them are fake as a $3 bill. But then you get somebody like Jim Carrey. Oh my God, he's as real as you get. That's not willing to just sit there and stew and be like, oh, I'm your puppet. I'm your little fucking...
They call him crazy, though.
Yeah, they call him crazy because he reached out. Bill Hicks reached out. He didn't stay in his little thing on the stage. Hi, I'm just your funny guy, folks. I got some comedy here for you, folks. I'm going to smoke. If you like a cigarette, have a cigarette, you know? He didn't just do that. He reached out. He closed his show with that amazing thing. Look, life is just a ride. There's big highs and there's deep lows, but it's just a ride. And you have a choice between fear and love. Are you going to fear everything and everything turns into an evil thing and another plot here and another plot there, and then you're just constantly in a state of paranoia in your mind? Are you going to choose fear or are you going to choose love? Because everything is cured with love. That's how he was closing his show. While smoking a cigarette, you know? And he had a trench coat on and a fucking cowboy hat. Riding a black horse of revelation, you know? Bill, in my opinion, probably the greatest stand-up comic in history, and I don't think anyone will ever top him, because he was fucking real. There was nothing about Bill Hicks that was fake, even in his performance. And he would probably say, well, Jason, be careful there. You know, there might be some stories in there that aren't 100% true, and I'm sure that's the case. You know, stand-up comic is going to invent some more grandiose circumstances than it might have been, but that's show business. There's no business like show business. That's right. That's what I wanted to do. You know, YouTube don't like the truther content no more. That's for sure. You know, Richie from Boston. You know, I loved him, man. He had the voice. He had it all. You know. The real low, scratchy voice, you know, I'm from Boston. He was great. He's a plumber. He lost his channels. I'm pretty sure he's gone forever. Richie from Boston. InfoWars is completely banned from everything. I mean, the only way you go to ban.video, I'll get you that. Right, this is the only way you're going to get anything. BANNED.video. That's a website. That's Alex's website. If you put that in the address bar, ban.video, you're going to get all the InfoWars stuff. So there, now ban my channel for that. It's forbidden information. Right? Have I bought any new investments? Well, I wouldn't discuss that with people openly, but no. I'll tell you right now, I'm too broke to invest in anything. And every time that I get any kind of money, it immediately either goes to bills or medication so that we can feel half decent, that we can exist. So no. California only caters to the rich and elite. Yeah, they do, Janice. It's Sodom. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. I didn't mean to upset Shanny. I'm number 2 fan because she's his number 1. Well, oh, that's cute. No, you're fine. Why they deleted G-Man's channel? The system wants us as slaves. Well, there's a lot of chicanery, with and it's mostly egos. You got two individuals that think, well, I'm thinking right, no, I'm thinking right, and then evolution gets involved and we're discussing God and everybody has their strong opinions on God, and that's all it is. Most of the time, if you meet somebody in person, you're going to shake their hand and go, well, shit, we talked about 10 years on the internet. It's really nice to meet you. Either, if I agree or disagree with you. I mean, I can only think of a handful of people that I wouldn't be that way with because they've done too much to me, personally, for no reason. And my family. Caused me massive pain and suffering, physically and mentally. Okay? But I'm done with that. I'm really learning to forgive it all. But I do want restitution for the things that I've gone through. And fullest extent of the law, as they say. Okay, I'll moving on from that. Okay? The day of vindication for God's people is upon us. It's now. It's happening. You're going to see massive. 2022 is going to be a good year, I believe, for Christians that love Jesus, because it's swinging towards justice. It's going there. It's starting to get there. The pendulum has gone the other way. And it's really starting to have momentum in the side of justice and love. Like with Kyle Rittenhouse. What an amazing case this one was. And totally, I missed it completely. But Shanny was following it loosely. And I'm like, what is this even? Oh, yeah, this happened in the summer with the, BLM protests and stuff. And I had no idea of this case. I didn't. I completely missed this. But this boy, now I'm going to preface it with this. I'm going to say his parents were extremely irresponsible with having a 17-year-old kid out there with an AR-15. That is not responsible parenting at all. And I don't care if he was the most responsible kid on the planet, which he appears to be. More than responsible, I'd say, hero level. Like, you need to be in the military as a medic. You would save your brothers, Very, very well-spoken. He's got PTSD, though. You can see it in his face. Because he was literally put in an urban guerrilla warfare scenario. And that's why I have to preface it with his parents were irresponsible. To have such a young boy packing heat when there were BLM on the street with guns too. That is literally an urban warfare scenario. And this kid took on 6 guys with total situational awareness, where he's on his butt and he's got all these guys around him. And he knew who to pick off because they were going to come at him with a skateboard or whatever. Like, that was amazing situational awareness skills shown by him. And he got off, because that was the right decision. Not because he's white. And it's amazing, all of these guys that he was defending himself against were white. And they tried to frame this kid as a white supremacist. Why? Because Trump took pictures with him? That's called guilt by association. Totally unjust. Do you see how they're doing that? It's just ridiculous. But even liberals are going, no, this is not me. Like, I have to leave liberalism, because this woke shit is what is it even? It's like, we're just going to try and change everything that like factual statements. And they're attacking the art first, see? Because they are communist in nature, in ideological slant. They're communist. And communists always attack art first. The creative output of humanity, art. Be it audio, be it visual, be it whatever. Any kind of art they attack first, and then they move on to your religious views. Okay? They attack religious views horribly towards the end of it, because they know that people aren't that dumb. And if you start attacking them openly over their spiritual standpoints, you're having a very clear violation of human rights, because you're getting into the realm of thought crime, which all throughout history has been widely regarded as what it is, which is stifling free speech. It's very simply that. And that we are in the era of probably the most censorship since the beginning of the internet. We're literally dealing with a shutdown of speech. And every time in the truth community, when in the conversations that I had off air, without giving any really vital information for you to know, because this time has come, every single person, if they liked him or hated him, they said, as long as AJ is on the air, we know we're okay. I don't think I need to tell you anything else. Okay? AJ was the canary in the coal mine. And it's been 2 years, 3 years. So that stupid dog and pony show that they had marching this man who's just running a radio show. That's all he was guilty of, was utilizing his free speech, creating a name for himself, selling products, making a profit, and putting the profit back into his operation. That's what he is, a self-made individual. You have now told him that because of his opinions, you're going to march him into court for a false thing. What everybody was crazy over with him was Sandy Hook, right? The Sandy Hook stuff. And I am going to tell you, because I was an avid listener all those years and beyond those years, Sandy Hook, that Alex himself never said that he believed that that was a false flag. There were tons of his listeners that were offering their opinion that it smelt really bad and it looked like it. Okay? Whenever a caller would say that, he would always say, well, we need more evidence for that. But the modern day communist media, that's what I'm going to call them, commie media. That's what they are. The communist media pushed the narrative that it was Alex that created that theory, the conspiracy theory about Sandy Hook. Okay? He never said no kids died, any of this crazy stuff. That was all people of his audience, of which many he disagrees with, because they're way out there. Alex just tells you what's on documents. He takes you to the documents and shows you exactly what he's talking about. Okay? He's never peddled anything except, admittedly, he said this, that the Y2K thing, to keep a job, to keep his job where he was doing his show, he promoted things and sensationalized deliberately. And he admitted that, and he said, to this day, I regret that. And I believe him. Because he's real. If you've seen him on Joe Rogan, like his body language and stuff, he doesn't lie. He's like me. Like, if I have something in my life that's bad and you ask me about it, I'm not going to cover things up. I'm not that type. I will tell you about it 9 times out of 10, unless I'm really feeling attacked or I'm just not down with talking currently about what you're talking about, most of the time I'll go, yeah, I got a problem with that. Like, let's talk about it, you know? And Alex is like that. He will discuss personal stuff even that he struggled with, like drinking. You know, he was a very heavy drinker when he was younger. And it looks like he's back there now. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to judge that one bit, okay? My wife keeps me in line. She helps me tremendously staying sober. Because I want her to feel secure with me and not have to worry about an alcoholic me, which is really bad. When I'm wet, you know, when I got my drink, it's bad. It's not a good thing. So she keeps me straight, which I love her for. So let me take a look at chat here. Yeah, she's in pain, on and off. Yeah, just pray for her. Don't let these hard times get you down. Suffering is a powerful catalyst for change. Everything happens for a reason, and you are still here. Have a purpose. Well, thank you, Preacher Palmo. Love that. My friend went to school for 9 months. Now she makes 6 figures a year doing HVAC. Oh, HVAC system. Yeah, that's good, Janice. Is G-Man upset, Mr. Rev? No, he's cool. We're doing fine. He's blessed, man. He's been dancing around most of the time. His back is mending still. He's healing. But yeah, he's good. What? I'm not sure what that refers to. He chose to be there. Revs number 2. He really fought against all the demons, even the USA justice system. He's a hero. Yeah, Alex, I think he is. It's funny how people are still hung over Trump whilst completely ignoring Biden. See, Maya, I mean, exactly. Yeah. Mistakenly called a white supremacist because he was seen drinking with some white supremacists in a bar. Yeah, that was, see, D. Hi, D, what's up? It's good to see you. But that's the problem, though. There's so much of this cancel culture stuff that you're destroying people's character without having the full picture of who they are. Well, if he's seen with David Duke, then he must be a David Duke supporter. That's not true. And Rittenhouse turned out to be a sympathizer with BLM, even. And Biden needs to be sued, and also charges for slandering the boy, and it caused awful things. They wouldn't even allow him to defend himself in court. He was tons of paperwork and information that will expose the attack on him. The judge refused to let the case move forward. Absolutely true. You're still invested in Doge? No, I'm not, unfortunately. It's funny, man. I had it's like $3 in it, right? I'm like, oh, please go to 70 grand tomorrow, you know? And we needed toilet paper. I sold the Dogecoin for toilet paper. Isn't that funny and ironic? Oh, man, yeah, Shani's last makeup video. Wasn't that amazing, folks? Like, I didn't look at her doing the actual makeup, but then I turned back and she was all done, and it was like, wow. You're amazing. She really is. She's great at that. And support her with that. Like post her videos on, like, you know, Lily Jean stuff, or what's that person? God, the beauty community. I mean, Jeffree Star, James Charles, you know. Black supremacists should be able to coexist. Well, here's the thing. Martin Luther King is your guy, man. He's it. I'm totally down with Martin Luther King. They like to say that he was a hypocrite and he was with white women, but who cares? How is he a hypocrite if he liked white women? I don't know. That makes no sense to me, because he was not a black supremacist. Now, look, don't talk to me about Malcolm X. I'm just not going to discuss him. If it's pretty clear what he was. Okay, I'm not. He was an agitator, I'm going to say that and leave it go. All right, he was an agitator. But MLK is my folk, man. 100%. I'm down with MLK philosophy. That it's the content of your character at which I judge you by. It is not if you're white or black or any other color, for that matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is your yay being a yay and your nay being a nay. What kind of person are you? Are you straight up? Are you not deceptive? Do you have a forked tongue? Will you stab me in the back? That type of stuff. That's why Jesus, I believe, went to a very humble area. Galilee. It's just fishermen, for flip's sake. It's fishermen. That's pretty much as humble as you're going to get. And that's why he's like, well, I'm going to set up this church on this rock named Peter, you know. This simple man, as simple as you get, and very male. You know, when the temple guard and the Romans come to get Jesus, you know, the Pharisees and all the authorities and Judas, the betrayer, Judas, they come to get him in Gethsemane, right? He's just like, whatever, dude. Like, I imagine him like that at this point. Because he was just waiting for it. You know, he knew it was coming. Not the exact hour. It's kind of like waiting for him to come back again. He knew it was coming. He just didn't know exactly the hour. But then when he saw him, he's like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, I do everything in the open. You guys got all your secret courts and secret charges and all the secrecy that other people don't, you know, the commoners aren't supposed to know. Whatever, dude. Like, I did my miracles in the open, and here I am. You're seeking Jesus. Yeah, you got him. Here he is. I'm here. What are you going to do to me? And then they crucified him, of course. Of course they did. The guy that was openly teaching that the only way that you're going to get into heaven is loving others and loving God. That's the only way you're going to get in. And believe on me because I'm your man. If you're for loving others and forgiveness and peace, I'm your guy. So you can be with me or against me. But if you're against me, you're already done. Which is true. You're going to get cut down at the knees. You try to put your foot in the way of the Messiah. He's going to get that out of the way, because things have to happen, okay? Because it's written in the book. But we're in that time. You have to realize now, okay? There are so many things that are in headlines that 20 years ago you'd be like, what the hell is this crazy stuff? Like Shani was telling me about, apparently there's these robots, and they're robots that can self-reproduce. I guess it's AI or some kind of advanced biotech that these things can reproduce asexually. That's like my book, you know, that there's this cloud of crazy shit that it basically looks like a moving organic cloud is devouring shit, and you're like, what the hell is that? It's like that. It's like, how the hell do you have a robot that can self-reproduce? It's that type of stuff that should really scare the people of Earth. Because the Matrix shit, you know, the machines take over. Yeah. When you hit the singularity of AI, you're going to have supercomputers that can think almost on the level of a creator. Okay? Like 700 million teraflops of information at the blink of an eye. That type of power, that type of computing power, that far surpasses the brain of any human being. You're at the singularity. Why am I so serious? Well, I like being serious. I mean, I rant. Look, I was a prophecy channel on YouTube. The name of my channel was Revelation News, and I had a radio show on Blog Talk Radio that was getting 200,000 views every episode in the first night. And then after that, it was in the millions. It was really amazing because we brought the guests, you know. We had Stan Dale was on our show at least once a week. And then we brought in guest hosts like John B. Wells, who did the Saturday show for Coast to Coast AM. We had his ringing endorsement as his favorite show that he did. Same thing with Stan Dale. He's like, I can actually talk like I'm a human being on this show, guys. Like, I really appreciate that. I don't have to feel like a Christian that's holding in, you know, puckered asshole. Like, oh my God, are they going to be offended by that I said shit? Okay. Christians got to lighten up with that. You know, your own community is telling you that you got to let your hair down from time to time and just speak your mind. And if there's a few expletives in there, that's part of living. Because we're not gods that have perfect behavior. If we were, we wouldn't need Jesus. You get what I'm saying? No camera. I haven't had a camera in a long time, actually. Because it's just not conducive where I am. Do you understand what I mean? No image that I could show you is like, you wouldn't want to look at me because I'm like looking up into a laptop. It's so weird. Like, I need a desk, a workspace. If the robots taste good, we'll never have to worry about the food again. Well, that's funny, Steve McRae, manager. I mean, would you want to cannibalize, you know, a robot? It's kind of, I don't know how you feel about robot rights, you know what I mean? But that's going crazy, ain't it? It's not cannibalism, you're devouring a fucking android. That sounds weird. So he gets his money's worth from the Tune Me image, yes. Yeah, I don't get any money for anything. I'm saying if they wanted to, like, sponsor me, I'd definitely pimp their app. I've used their app, and definitely my one hater has, you know, he's got, everybody ended up with an image like this after I promoted Tune Me. Like, all of these, like Negs and them, they ended up with animated, cool-looking avatars. Do you understand what I mean? So I want my pound of flesh for advertising Tune Me, please. All right, moving on. Habitat for Humanity might be able to help y'all with furniture so you can work better. That's great. Yeah, we got lots of ideas, but thank you for that. Manic Monday, we love you. If they taste like chicken, they in for some trouble. Anyway, I don't know what chicken has to do with anything, Steve McRae, manager. I don't get that, but that's fine. You gave me a laugh a bit. So, free speech in this country is under severe attack. And it's funny that it got really rolled out under Trump. That's pretty shocking. But it's like you got false battles, and then, wow, you got the massive battle of freedom of speech, and then Alex Jones is taken down from everything. What? Under Trump? Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it was a good thing because he peddles lies all the time, which is so false. Okay? He actually takes the time to read documents, which nobody does. And that scares them because they have, oh my God, we have one that can read, folks. And he's got communication skills, so he can expose everything perfectly in an hour. And it's true. You go to an Alex lecture, right, where he stands up there and he just stream of consciousness like I'm doing. I got no script, folks. Like, it's totally, I'm just off the cuff, you know. He can do that, but his brain is like a computer. So he can sequence it like a documentary film almost, script, live. Like, that's real talent. And he's got a very good vocabulary, but his voice and his presentation to a lot of people, they can't do it because he's very aggressive. You know what I mean? He raises his voice a lot, and that ruffles feathers. You know, and I understand that even. I really do, because some people have had massive trauma in their life. You know, and they just can't handle that type of gruffness. You know. G-Man says he helped you find work. If so, I'm happy for you. What kind of work have you been able to find? Well, I'll tell you. Thank you. Well, see, I'm going to be honest, David. See, David Anthony, that is a very manly and positive, nice thing to ask me. Okay? You're not hating on that one. So I'm going to give you the respect and say thank you for that comment. G-Man is always pointing me towards things that I can do. Because I'm basically like him. If I can find something like a few hours, I'd go and make like $100. You know what I mean? That's the type of deal we're dealing with. So when that stuff comes around, David, just know that I'm pretty much the first he calls to say, hey, Rev, you can go over there and da-da-da. You get what I'm saying, David? So that's the truth. Thank you, David. I heard somebody is selling Von Hiltons and making big money off of it. Von Hiltons. Check into it. It's called NFT. NFT. I've heard that before. Okay. So, yeah. It really is interesting to me that happened under Trump. Because that kind of shows you Hegelian dialect. Perfect. It's just the Hegelian dialectic perfectly shown to you. That you have a guy that got in there because of the truther community. He was pushed the hardest by the truthers. And then he's in office, and this is going on in the courts with Alex, and nothing was said about it. He didn't defend Alex at all, nothing. And I think that's why Alex is kind of done with it now, because I've heard him call Trump a pussy and shit. I've heard him actually say that Trump's a pussy at this point. So, oh, how the mighty fall and come back and then fall again. I hope Alex runs for president someday, because that's it. Okay, he don't want it though. I'm pretty sure he does not want to ever be president. He wants to just live his life, you know, with his kids. And there was a whole thing with his son, like they were terrorizing Rex Jones on Twitter with your father's this, your father's that. Oh my God, disgusting. He finally broke down, like in a tweet, and he's just like, look, I am not my father. Like even a lot of the stuff that Alex, you know, my dad believes, I don't believe. Like, stop it. And this stuff has been allowed to happen. And it's like what's her name? Like Candace Owens. You know, she's extremely intelligent, well-spoken, very, 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 very smart woman. And just because she happens to be young and black, everything is turned into race with her, you know? And she's just this woman that's trying to give an opinion that, look, all of us black people don't feel the same way that the woke left does. You know, we're conservatives. We grew up Christian. You know, in the values scale, we're probably closer to conservatives than liberals. But they have to side with liberals because of the stupid left-right paradigm that's as fake as a $3 fucking bill. Trump was used as a Trojan horse. He divided the truth community politically, whereas before they were a mixed group who knew the status quo were not out for them, the people's best interest. Man, that's a very, Preacher Pall Mall, you got some stuff going on, bro. You know what you're talking about. You could try those temp services. They pay for working the same day. Get paid today. In Topeka, it's called Labor Ready. Yeah, you're right, David. I am looking at all that stuff. Trust me. Okay, I'm going to be straight up with you, David. I have had to take care of my mental health. Do you understand what I mean? Because, look, we had some ribbon back and forth, but I really do care about you as an individual. I don't want to fight with you ever, man. Like you remember the old Rev, right? In those rooms. I know I had moments where I raged at certain people, but I was always chill with you, David. I defend you against fundies. You know what I mean? I never had a problem with you. But it's just it gets so personal, David, you know, and I don't want that vibe. I hate that shit. I hate personal stuff. And I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart that Shanny and I love our kids. We love them. They come first in everything, David. And CPS knows this. They do. But I bless you, David, and I hope your new year is going to be good, along with everybody, you know. Do you guys still have your PS5? Yeah, we got it. Yeah, because Shanny does make money on that, you know. It's a tool to make money. But I'm going to tell you this, I don't recommend anybody buy a PS5. Okay? If you're dealing with an $800 to $1,000+ console, because we got the disc version, that's the deluxe one, you know, with the disc drive in it. It's like $900. You mean to tell me that you can't even make an app like YouTube stream videos without being interrupted every 5 seconds because the net card is such dog shit? It's just insane, you know? It's insane. No, she ain't monetized. She ain't monetized. Nope. You guys still have your PS5. King was married. Why was the other one? Why was he with other women? Yeah, oh, absolutely. See, yeah, Mustang Mac, you are correct, okay? Like, Martin Luther King is like any other man. He had sins. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you don't mess up. This is like a huge thing with people that aren't of the persuasion of Christianity. If you think that we're saying to you every day that we're perfect and we don't do anything wrong, you're not talking to the right Christian. Every day you trip and go, motherfucker, oh, I just cursed. Damn it, that's bad. Everything's bad. I'm horrible, Lord. Okay, that's where Paul got. That's why you have great epistles written by Paul, and Paul's like, God, everything I want to do, I don't, and the things I don't want to do, I find myself doing all the time. And that's the devil. That stupid accuser. He's the only thing he's got left is to put doubt in your mind that you're not saved by Jesus after you're born again. It's like, oh, you just did that. You're not saved. You just did that. You're not saved. No, that's bullshit. That's the serpent. You got to step on the head of the serpent because he lies. The only thing he knows how to do is lie. He never tells the truth. Because even the things he says that he claims are truth are just lies that he twisted one little detail to make it half true. Do you get what I'm saying? It's always changing the word of God. Is Shanny back on OnlyFans? Absolutely not. And if you see anything like that, you flag it because it's illegal. That's not her. There are individuals that have reaction channels on this platform that are actively stealing our pornography, and they will be sued. Moving on. YouTube takes so much money anyway. Being monetized isn't what it used to be, since anyone can do flagging campaigns, steal your paycheck. Use Streamlabs or donations or stream elements. Well, they're also knocking down. Yeah, Paul Mall is you're awesome, bro. Preacher Paul Mall. I can tell you for a fact that they're cracking down on cash apps. I don't know if it's out of terms of service to take donations through Cash App. Maybe it is. We'd have to dig on that. If taking donations is illegal with Cash App, then it makes sense. But I think one of the main reasons Cash App exists is to raise money. Okay, PayPal, that's definitely the case. They encourage you to use their app for raising money. But they're attacking that too, donations, because they call you a scammer. They'll have 500 to 1,000 people flag it down and call you a scammer. You know that creating porn is not Christian, right? David, I don't believe that. See? David Anthony, this is a good thing. Okay, I want you to get your Bible. I got mine right here, David. And I want you to go to the book of Acts. Go to the book of Acts in your Bible. Okay? Bam, I opened right to it, David. That's a sign. Okay, Acts 15. I want you to read verse 19 and 20. Verses 19 and 20 of Acts 15, because that's what we are to not do as Christians. There is fornication is there. David, do you understand that the only porn that was done was under the auspices of a relationship with me and my wife that are married, David? A married couple is not fornicating, David. It does not say thou shalt not have sex on camera for money, David. It says no fornication. Yes, it's the book of Acts. Here. 15. And it starts at... It starts at verse... sorry, hang on. I would just read it, but I'm just more so on a roll here with talking to you. Yeah, it's 19 and 20. Verse 19, 20. Okay? Acts 15, verses 19 and 20. Okay? That's your address. Those are the things that we have to do as Christians. We abstain from these things. Okay? We're not to be eating blood. I don't eat blood sausage, anything like that, man. Enticing others to lust. See, David, that isn't the case, though. Because that's your problem of lusting. If you have a problem with lusting, you should absolutely not be a partaker of the art of pornography. You should not be looking at it. Okay? If it makes you lust. It's true. Yeah, I'm with him on that. But that is not the auspices. That is not on the creator of the content. That is on the observer. And if you are not good with lust, and looking at images like that makes you lust, you must repent of your lust to see others having sex. Pornography is not sinful at all. What's the point of porn then? Well, you know what the point of porn is, David, don't you? You're looking at a picture and you're flogging the log. That's what you're doing. Okay? That's mostly single men that don't have a woman that they're committed to. That's doing that, David. There's no sin in that. You're just pleasing yourself. So who's your audience? Me? Who's my audience? Christians, atheists, everybody. If you want to hear some jokes and shit, I can start doing a stand-up routine as quick as you turn around. But here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff I'd say that I would get banned off the platform, and I just, I want to keep it. My audience for porn? No, there's nothing about porn here. It's fucking David that brought up porn. What's the point of making porn if you not incite someone to lust after you? To make money, David. It's a career to make money. Lots and lots and lots of money, David. Prostitution, they call the oldest profession for a reason, David.
You're gonna hit your channel up with sexually explicit shit.
It's stupid. Whatever. If they take it down, they take it down. I don't care.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
What he's doing.
Yeah, I appreciate. Well, I'll expose it before the stream goes down. He had me talk about this because it's probably against TOS to talk about these type of things, and I don't care. I'm an adult. I've done adult-related content. Yeah, I have. Kind of proud of it. I think it turned out good. Most of it. All of it, really.
You guys seem to all watched it.
Oh, and they still do. We haven't watched it once since we made it.
Yeah.
But they... You guys are in love.
He was complaining about it, but he watched it.
Yeah, you guys are in love with Shanny and me. That's the facts. 24 in the room. Give a thumbs up if you can. Don't take long. You get me in the algorithm. You get me in the algorithm, it means that you want freedom of speech. But see, you have freedom of speech as long as you're not getting personal and trying to slander individuals and tell lies further to destroy their careers. That's not going to be tolerated. That type of stuff is blocked immediately because it ain't worth it. Why would a Christian watch Christian porn? Because they're into it, David. You can be watching pornography with your wife. Are you and Shanny married? If not, it is fornication. We are married, yes. I married Shanny March 7th of 2018. We've been married under God since that day. Okay? Under God, married. Christian porn, yeah, that's the thing. Okay? Christians are into porn too. I'm being honest here. I am too, David. I am too. Lusting. Look, David, once again. Lusting is not a problem if you can watch it and not lust. There's lots of people that can watch porn and watch it for what it is and not lust after the individuals.
Me.
Right. Shanny can do that. She can keep it on their professional level of you are a sex actor.
Well, it's because I watched a bunch of naked bodies.
You're married, LOL. See, that's it. Frosty's gone. Fuck yourself, asshole. You're gone. Because we are married. We are married. You're gone. You get personal like that and you're capped. And you don't come back. Thank you for thumbs up. I love you. You want the viewer to lust after you. There's no other... No, David. No. That's not always the case, David.
Maybe you're trying to learn.
Do you literally understand what a career is, David? Of course you do. You make fucking sandwiches, David. Right? You're still making sandwiches? That's good. It's a good utility for folks. Anyway, when you're recording a porn... Do you think I'm going, oh, I'm making people lust. Oh, I'm making people lust. No. I go, oh, this is going to make some money. Fuck you, it's going to make some money. That's what I'm thinking while I'm pumping my wife.
So romantic.
Hey, you can make it romantic.
Well, not by yelling at me.
Anyway, there are plenty of Christians that are porn actors. I can tell you that for a fact. It doesn't conflict with their religion because it's their profession. Done. End of story. Move on, Dave. Okay? Well, David, if you don't see the logic in what I'm saying, then you have the problem. You're being like a Pharisee, David. I thought...
What's wrong with your pathetic life, David?
You are acting like a Pharisee, David. You're kink shaming. You're doing all this sexual shaming. The problem is with you, David. David, you have a latent homosexuality in you, okay? You hate women. You have to get over this. Let your mother go. She's dead, right? Let her go. Don't hold it against every other woman in your life that your mother was a cunt, okay? I feel for you, all right? Okay, whatever. You want to kink shame, go ahead, Jessica. That's up to you. The point is that it's not outside of Christianity to be a porn star or a prostitute. Jesus loved prostitutes. There are no porn actors in the churches I attend. That would not be accepted. That's the problem with churches, Nettie. They're supposed to be accepting everyone. It doesn't matter if you were a murderer. You come in and say, I love Jesus. Come on, I'm baptizing you. What's the best type of porn for me and my girlfriend to make some money with? Hey, that's for you to answer. Don't let them poke you and drive you to anger. Now, I'm good, preacher. If you start making videos, preacher, Paul Mall, hit me up. You know, I will absolutely. I haven't watched the videos. I heard of them. I don't judge anyone for it. It's the past. Let's move on. Yeah. But I am actively saying that it's not against Christianity to be a porn actor. It's not. At all. If you're single, it's not fornication to screw people if you're single. It's just you're engaging in sexual activity. If you are good at that, or it's what the company that's making the videos are looking for, and you can make millions of dollars doing it, there is nothing against God there.
David, you want to go to church where people gossip for a living?
A community to gossip with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
I know that. That's why I'm not even really going to engage anymore, because it's ridiculousness.
Yeah, all he wants is to argue with you.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's just an accusing spirit of Satan. Where do I find you? Are you anywhere outside of YouTube that I can get in touch with you? Not anymore, preacher Paul Mall. I'm sorry. Hey, you want to say canceled person, pretty much. That's why, you know, I'm trying to be as loving and kind as I still know how to be. Okay? But man, I've been messed with a lot. Because, okay, I got nothing but love from my first channel. It was love. There were a few things that there were bumps in the road with some of my prophecy brothers, like Paul Begley. I had a blow up with him once. I got kicked out of their church. But, you know, I was telling the truth about BP Earthwatch. He was calling the Old Testament a book of Satan, and I was saying, hey, why is he saying this in your church? And they kicked me out because there's no discord whatsoever allowed in Paul Begley's community, which I understand this now, because this created horrible drama. This drama shit will destroy you. Okay? From the inside out. You will literally start feeling like you're dragging yourself from one task to another. Because,
like me now?
Yeah, because your spirit has been absolutely just taxed. You know, like you're gonna, oh my God, like if you were the kid in T-ball that carried the bags for practice. I was that for a while in my T-ball, right? You literally got 2 bags of steel and metal thrown over your shoulder, and then the ball sacks. That sounds horrible, but they're literally sacks of balls, right? Ball sacks. You got that on your other shoulder, and you're going up a hill because it's like in Hialeah Park or whatever the fuck. So you're pulling this shit like, oh, I'm gonna fucking die. I can't do it. That's the way drama, reaction, this new beast of disgusting shit, of harassment and cyberbullying and all of this, that stuff, that's what it does to your spirit. It makes your spirit, man or woman, feel like it's collapsing over the weight of evil. That's it. I just described it. It's how I would imagine you would feel at the very end stages of cancer. That it's like you're trying to pick your fucking leg up off of your bed, and it's like, no, I'm gonna collapse. Like if I go to the bathroom this time, I'm gonna just collapse. It's over. I'm gonna snap my femur in half. Drama, cancel culture, drama, gossip, TMZ. Harvey, what's his name? Harvey Levin, TMZ, dog shit, humanity. Oh my God. That's it. The lowest common denominator, folks. The worst of the worst. Oh my God, folks. It's glorified. The Karen. The debut of the Karen in the world lexicon, the stage of the zeitgeist. This bickering, horrible person that everything revolves around their. You're not blocked, David. You're there, David.
Can I block him?
Shanny? Yeah, if you choose to block him, go for it.
Yay!
Looks like you're gonna be blocked now, David. Karen yeah, she is. See, that's the thing. Everything revolves around Karen. Like, she is a narcissist. Yeah, you're surprised, David. Be nice, David. Cult of Shanny LOL. Just popped you. You're done. See?
I don't like him.
Who the hell likes David? No one. This is the problem. And I always seen it in him that he's had this problem with folks. That he's just extremely, I don't know, he's like a woman. And not the worst qualities that women can have, like the gossip and shit. You know? I really appreciate everybody came here to hear me rant. And remember, guys, just a friendly reminder one more time, hit that thumbs up if you can.
So David displays toxic femininity.
Oh my goodness. Man, the bitch tits. Yeah. Milos. Bye, bitch tits. Oh my God. That's right, Milos. See, I can't say stuff, the man training, you know? I lost the other channel for cyberbullying. So I'm done. I'm not going to do that. I can't. I'll get flagged like crazy. I'm so happy to see you and Shannon doing well. Yeah, thank you, Blaze Back Up. Yeah, we're blessed, you know. I thought this was a religious build. Why are people getting blocked? Well, because they're hateful. Karen is a term they made to disparage white women. Well, I would agree with that, actually, Manic Monday. I would agree with that. Yeah. But I mean the real Karens, the ones that they do like these videos on, it's like, holy shit, people. Like they're literally losing their shit over like a misplaced button. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. You got to chill. Okay? You can't live like that. You can't. You got to chill out. Take a breath. I hope you stream more often. Well, thank you, Preacher Paul Mall. I do. If you're legit and you're like this for real, I'd do a show with you 100%. I like your style a lot. So if you're anywhere, drop some names, you know, to your Instagram if you got an Instagram or TikTok or wherever you're at, man. You know. We need to support each other. Some of the Karen videos are stage managed videos. Yeah, sure they are. That's true. I mean the real ones. Yes, David is a Bible thumper. But see, Steve McRae manager, this guy's supposed to be a universalist. I don't need to hear about your sin. I don't need to hear about any sin if you're a universalist. I mean, give me a break. You believe everybody's saved no matter what, David. Like, why are you coming to me about sin? He needs to man up and eat some of his own jizz. That's real gross. Yeah, I'm done with that. See you later, dude. That's just, yeah. I'm not down with that kind of shit. I don't need to see you in my chat anymore. That's really gross. And sorry that I said that out loud, folks. You have some individuals that proudly promote that activity. Will you guys be having streams and guests again someday? Those were really interesting.
No.
I mean, Shanny's done. Like she just hates that shit. And honestly, it's been so bad.
I'm too sick to do that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Shanny, a lot of the times now, guys, Shanny needs rest. A lot of the day she's resting, guys. She needs to. That's like doctor's orders, bed rest. I kink shame too. Well, maybe. That's fine. So, you wonderful folks were awesome to talk to. I need to repent for sleeping with married men. That's real bad. You need to repent for that, definitely. Bald-headed hoe. Yeah, that ain't good. Repent. Okay. I'm going to go for now. I really had a good time talking to you. I love doing streams. I do. I really do. And the people that want freedom of speech, I'm here with you. But don't abuse people. Don't abuse free speech by abusing people in its name, like certain individuals with reaction channels. God bless all you guys. Love you so much, and I'll see you next time.